Hey guys, welcome back to Hurstys Garage Plus Guns. And on today's video, I got a pretty scary one here for you. And you'll see what I mean by scary. Because let's shout out old Iraqi veteran 8888 because I'm going to be using one of his polls on Twitter that he did. Obviously, I would do the poll myself, but yeah, all my 4 followers, and most of them are leftists that would scream at me and call me names and not answer the poll correctly anyway. So anyway, I used his poll that said that he proposed knowing what you know now as what he means by basically everything that's been going on. Do you think that the United States military would fire on their own people if ordered? Think about that. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy and scary situation. And I think that's what we have to be prepared to, the scenario to come about. I mean, not to say that obviously it's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, it could. But yeah, this is one of those things that you kind of want to keep in the back of your mind. And how would you respond to that question? I know for me, I'm thinking mostly, yeah. From what I've seen as videos come out and stuff, yeah, I think they actually might. I tip it more 60-40. And the scary thing is I'm not alone on this. According to this poll that he did, 77.4% of people said yes. The no's, 22.6%. And we're not just talking a couple of people here. We're talking 51,928 people. That's how many people voted. And of course, 398, almost 400,000 people viewed this. So yeah, this is a pretty big sample. And almost 80% said, yeah, the government would shoot you. That's pretty terrifying. And let me give you about 4 reasons why I think this could come about. And of course, I'm sure all of you have seen, I hate to say it, but those ding-dongs on the different platforms in uniform basically saying that, yeah, they'd come after you and drop you if you're a civilian like nobody's business. It wouldn't even affect them.
Understand that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you. If you do not get in your house when I tell you to, you become the enemy. Martial law, where your rights get curtailed, you don't have all those same freedoms that the Constitution guarantees at that point. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that's pretty dang scary. And let me tell you right off the bat, I kind of know what I'm talking about because I was in the military. I'm a veteran, and back when I was in, you didn't go on camera for one thing, because yeah, somebody saw that from your command, you're out of there big time. So that was gone right away. But I don't know, it just seemed like the attitude has totally done a 180. I was patriotic as hell when I first signed up. Actually, all throughout the whole thing. I loved my experiences. I was in the Coast Guard. Woo! Coast Guard, yeah! Best service out there. Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. I'd do it all over again if asked. And like I said, I guess our feeling about, or my feeling about the United States and its people, and obviously its people, me and my family, everybody around me, the citizens, what I mean, yeah, there was no way if something broke out that we had to take up arms against our, the very people that I'm looking at right now outside my window, wasn't going to happen. That's not me. I'm not going to fire on my friends, family, and fellow Americans. Just wasn't going to happen. So yeah, it just seems like that was just not even that didn't even go through my mind, to be honest with you. So when I see these kind of videos come out, yeah, that just deeply disturbs me, because I'm wondering what the heck is going on with today's military and the leaders. What are they teaching these guys? And obviously we know, because we've seen a lot of the commercials and crap like that coming out. They're just devoting most of their time to, yeah, if your skin color is the right color, then yeah, you're good to go. If it's not, then we don't like you. If you're a right winger or whatever they say, conservative, yeah, you're out the door. We don't want those kind of values in there. No, can't be a nationalist, American nationalist. No, America sucks, and rainbows all over the place, and you got to include everybody and their mom. And I mean, that was just a normal thing for us back then. Like I said, this was early 90s, very early 90s. That just seemed like the guy to my right or the gal to my left, whoever, I didn't care if they were gay or black or white or who, whatever you want to say. I didn't give a crap, and nobody else did either, and they didn't give a crap of who I was. We just brothers and sisters and in battle, and that's how it was. It just, yeah, today is just crazy. But anyway, so that's number one. And then let's go with number two. And like I said, you don't think this could happen? Yeah, number two was, let's just go back to Waco, Texas. If you don't remember what that was, it's a little thing in Waco, Texas, involving our government and the National Guard that had, I think, a couple of tanks out there. And it's not really a lot of the stuff that I pulled up here on the internet didn't talk about the National Guard being in there, but a couple of tanks. I don't think the ATF or anybody has tanks, so the military was basically involved in this. But let's refresh your memory here. On February 28th, 1993, some 80 agents from the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco Firearms raided a religious compound at Mount Carmel near Waco, Texas, after receiving reports that Branch Davidians and their leader, David Koresh, was violating federal firearms regulations. And like I said, yeah, a couple of tanks out there, and you can see, I'll put a little display on here, the aftermath of that one. So yeah, that's there's another example. All right, so let's move on to number three, the third example, and that is going to be Ruby Ridge. Okay, the Ruby Ridge siege. That was the site of an 11-day siege in 1982 in Boundary County, Idaho. It began on August 21st when deputies from the United States Marshal Service came to arrest Randy Weaver under a bench warrant after his failure to appear and federal firearms charges. And where the government got involved in this was in response to the U.S. Marshal Service's request. Idaho Governor Cecil Andrus declared a state of emergency in Boundary County, allowing use of the Idaho National Guard Armory at Bonners Ferry, and after initial delay, to use National Guard Armored Personnel Carrier APCs soon after the Idaho police arrived at the scene. So yeah, the APCs were not driven by anybody but probably the Idaho National Guard. So once again, they showed up and they had no problems. And you'll see the picture on there with the aftermath of what happened there. Big, huge tragedy. So yeah, that's another example. And let's go to my last example here. And that is, drum roll please, Kent State. Yay! On May 4th, 1970, members of the Ohio National Guard trying to disperse a crowd of students demonstrators at Kent State University opened fire, killing 4 students and wounding 9 others. So the Ohio National Guard decided they wanted to get their little fingers back in there and they had no problems going after those students, killing 4. Yeah. So, like I said, don't think that like this can't happen, because it most definitely has, and as we all know from history, it usually tends to repeat itself. So anyway, guys, yeah, I just don't want to get you down on this little poll here, but I like I said, I thought it was pretty scary, and I thought you guys might want to know. Like I said, shout out to Iraqi veteran 8888, because yeah, it definitely does need to come to the forefront, and hopefully we won't have to deal with this scenario, or maybe by the grace of God, something will happen and our military will turn around, and we won't have this kind of sentiment in the everyday civilians like myself and you guys. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope right now as far as that goes, but there's always a silver lining, and who knows, maybe that guy, old T-Man, will be there in 2024 to clean up this mess. So, all right, guys, let me know what you think and how you would have basically replied to that poll. If you would have put yes, or would you put no? Put that in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next video concerning cars, trucks, guns, small engines, all the like, whatever interests me and hopefully interests you. So thanks, guys, for watching. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one. HurstysGarage out. Peace.